Good morning. It's Monday, February 10th. We're looking at the S&P 500. So we're going to run through Friday real quick here just to put everything in perspective of what we said. Friday morning we said that 33.24 would ideally hold for buying. So what happened? We used 24 right here, and then we said if they couldn't hold at 24 that we would likely see lower, and we also said they could probe that by a couple of points. So what happened is then these we're looking at today's prices. So what happened was we came back up here. We had 41.75, I believe that was right here. We traded up here to 41 quarters, so we came within 2 ticks of our 41.75 KP, and then the market sold off from there, and we said, one at a time. So if we could get up above the 32 area or 34 area, then it would be for up to there, which happened, and then the market sold off a bit into the afternoon. The low there was 20.75, so we broke that by 3.25 points, and then traded back up. The high right here on this move was 31. Remember, we've been saying that 30 to 32 area, how important that was. And then we came down and we closed. Now on the open on Sunday on the Globex, you can see what happened here was we opened, we traded up to this CPA, we probed it by 1 tick right there, and then we sold off. Now where did we sell off to? We sold off to the low of this candle is 03.5. Our prediction point for Friday was 04, so that makes sense to use that here right on the open on Sunday. We did have this at 02.25, and this is close enough. Given what we had Friday and that we had this, we basically used Friday's prediction point. We probed it by 2 ticks, and then what happened, we came up from all the way up from there, came back up here within 1 tick. We probed it by a tick, that 34.5 area by a tick, and now kind of slowly moved lower from here back down to here. So here's the scenario for this morning to put all that into perspective. We've pulled back down to here. I've put these green lines in that are going to be important here. So we have this 14-quarter area. We could pull back to there. It's not super ideal we'd pull back to here, but you can see this area right here. That's something that they sometimes will use, and that could be a real important pivotal spot right there. So if they can hold up above this 09.5 area. Now, of course, if we were to break this, we can't just ignore what's down here. We can't just ignore the Globex low. We can't just ignore the KP. But if we were to break this, the most likely move would be back down here to that 91.75. It really opens up a lot more selling, back all the way back down into here, and then below there we'll see, but one at a time back down into this area. So breaking here at least opens up back to here, and again, can't ignore what we have right here in this area, but that's something to be looking for. Now if we can see the buyers step in somewhere here this morning in front of this area, that would be great. So we've really kind of used everything in here, so it's kind of less ideal at this point. You may want to make sure the buyers actually do step in, so you might want to wait till we start doing this stair-stepping higher action. So far we have a high, then we have a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. This still doesn't take out over here, and we stay down below here, and then we have a lower high, equal high right here, and then we've made a new low over here from low, low, and then new low. So that's just to put in perspective what's been going on here so far in the Globex. We reached up to here. Would make sense to do a bit of selling from there, but worst case, this area really needs to hold. So the buyers could step in somewhere before here, or we could see back into the 90s. So those are kind of the scenarios. Now, this should be no surprise. If the buyers step in and we start to push, to all-time highs, where are we going? 62.5 right there. So, of course, we have some KPs up here. You can't just ignore that. So one at a time. But if the buyers do step in, 62.5 is where they are going to want to take us. We may not get all that today. That's a lot, but somewhere up into that area is going to be the push here this week if the buyers come in. So today, tomorrow, just kind of depends on how things go there. And, be looking for these key areas in the market, and we'll see you in the live trade signals.